Yes, so a group of autonomous students essentially occupied the administration building, and this has come after a month of the administration, failing to provide a material plan that meets the students' demands of divestment. The students' demands have been very clear, which is to divest from companies that are complicit in, the creation of, weapons and that are complicit in the genocide, ethnic cleansing, and colonization or occupation of Palestinian land. And the McGill administration has refused to engage in good faith by providing the students with a timeline and a material plan on how they will actually meet these demands. And so this has come after a month of frustration where, autonomous students essentially occupied the administration building. The riot police and the SPVM was quickly called on campus in order to forcibly remove the students and arrest them for occupying the administration building and for protesting against genocide. And the SPVM unleashed tear gas and on crowds of people, which included elderly people, which included faculty, which included staff and professors and students, obviously, who were there in order to support the action that was occurring on the campus. Yeah, the police response was extreme. They not only forcibly removed and forcefully arrested the students that were inside the building, but they also terrorized people that were outside of it, that were there in order to support the students. They unleashed tear gas more than once, and they chased people off campus, many of whom are faculty and students, and this campus belongs to them. The McGill administration has proven that it will go at any lengths to repress the students that have been organizing this encampment. They have filed for legal action against their own students, dragging them in these and dragging them in court, and both times the injunction request has failed. And so it's not a surprise that they would do this. I think that the McGill administration is grasping at straws and trying as much as they can to make sure that this movement for justice gets essentially squashed and repressed, and they will do that even if it comes at the expense of their students' safety.
I was standing at the front line behind some of the fences and barricades, and it was all peaceful. Nothing has done nothing. We were standing there around the building just to, again, amplify these demands. And all of a sudden, the police officers started attacking us. There was no reason for them to attack us, and they were using excessive force, spraying us with pepper spray and firing tear gas to disperse the protesters. So this is what happened in general.
And you were
Yeah, I was the police officers were a meter away from me, and the one who pepper sprayed me, he got really close and he was targeting me in particular. I had no protection, nothing, no goggles, no mask, so it was really horrible. And that was my first experience with the pepper spray. It really burns so hard and in a way that you can't stand it. And I got sprayed right on the face and in the eyes, so I was the first 2 seconds, maybe I was able to see, but then I kind of my body was forcing my eyes to shut down, so somehow I can I don't know, deal with it. And I was struggling to find a way to get to safety or somebody to help treat me or something. And since it got chaotic and everybody got pepper sprayed or got affected by the tear gas, or even the police officers pushing the protesters and hitting them. So I was I wasn't sure what to do. So I walked like a few meters away from the location, and somebody found me, and they started treating me with milk or water to help calm down the burning feeling sensation. I believe the more they try to suppress us, try to silence us with the force they have, the pepper spray or whatever, that makes us more eager to fight back, to keep demanding, what they should be doing, to divest, to put pressure on Israel to stop the genocide and this craze that's happening in the Gaza Strip. So seeing the police using these tactics and force against the protesters, for me, it did not feel strange or new because I've been living in Gaza for 20 years. I'm Palestinian. I've been seeing the violence being used by the Israeli army against the Palestinian people. And that, what happened at McGill that Thursday, felt just the same, and for me it's it was an extension of the Israeli army tactics and practices in occupied Palestine. I'm Palestinian. I have family in Gaza. I've spent most my life in Gaza. I lost my daughter, and for me, knowing that there might be consequences to participating in protests like this, or there might be violence or risk of arrest, I did not think twice about it. I was I'm gonna be there. It's not only the protests that that are happening at McGill, any other protest where I can be there, I will go for all these reasons, and again, seeing all these videos that come out of Gaza, my own family that struggle and suffer in Gaza, my sister who still struggling in Egypt, although she's in safety. Knowing that my daughter died in Gaza, and I don't know where she's buried. I don't know if her grave is still there. Maybe it got dug by the bulldozers. So having all of that in the back of my head, not only in the back of my head, it's present in my head. I can't be afraid. I have no fear of participating. What else to lose? Plus, we're on the right side of history. So we are winning anyway. So winning requires offering sacrifices. And for me, I don't mind. No, I'd love to do that.